You didn't respond to her neither? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and do the intro and then I'll be on.
Okay.
What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's your boy Troll Phil, and I am back with another stream. But tonight's stream, I'm gonna be reacting to a Jubilee video with my girlfriend and my friend F1. We're gonna hang out a little bit tonight, and then after me and my girl are done, we will be playing some, I guess, buckshot. What do you call that? Buckshot roulette. And then after some buckshot roulette, it is tactical night for your boy. So we're going to be playing some tactical based games. 6 Days in Fallujah, Ready or Not. So I got to get the dust off this keyboard because I've been using my controller a lot. And play some computer games tonight. So without further ado, I hope you guys like this half as much as I enjoyed making it. Make sure you guys hit all those love buttons for your boy, and we're going to get straight into it. I got on Discord right now my buddy F1, and then I got also Miss Amanda. If you guys want to say hi, go ahead and say hi.
Yo. How you doing?
Doing good. Alright, so
Oh, wait.
let me go ahead and put everything on Discord so that way you guys can see it.
I didn't say anything about tactical games, bro. I don't have tactical games right now.
You don't have any tactical games right now?
Nope.
So you're not playing Lost Light no more?
I told you I don't play it anymore.
Oh yeah,
It's
you
like
did.
boring.
You did tell me that. You did tell me that. But I've been well, tactical, the reason why I'm saying tactical is cuz I'm thinking about playing that game Body Cam tonight. I'm thinking about buying it and playing it tonight. And yeah, it looks fucking fun. Did you see that yet?
No, I actually didn't.
So Body Cam is like a ultra realistic game. It's like super ultra realistic. The fucking gameplay looks like you're watching a body cam footage of like a police officer or some war footage.
Mhm.
It looks
Well,
insane.
I'm just like gonna pair my PC this summer, but right now
I got you.
can't play any games.
I got you. Yeah, that it's.
But I hope it will be soon.
You said what?
I said I hope it will be soon. I think it will be soon.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get straight into the reaction. Let me go ahead and check this out. So, ew, that's kind of
Wait
weird.
a sec, wait.
Who is the gay man? Okay. Can friends with benefits really work? Pro and versus anti. Oh, pro AI versus anti AI. Let me go ahead and switch the camera up for you guys so you guys can see what we're looking at. And everybody out there, don't be afraid to hit that chat. Liberals versus conservatives.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good. Formerly incarcerated share their deepest secrets. I'm prettier than you. Sisters finally open up to each other. Ooh. Ranking couples by compatibility. I guess that could be a good one. You want to do that? Hey, F1.
I mean, not
Yeah.
really.
Hey, I'm going to do a couple reactions with my girlfriend, and then after that, I'll hit you up on the chat, and then we can play some games. All right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So just give me a little minute. It should be like a half an hour to an hour. These usually don't take long. It's for YouTube,
Yeah,
making
no problem.
content for YouTube.
Do what black people think about white people.
Where you see that at?
Go back.
Ooh, that one be good. Oh my god. Alright, I guess we're gonna do why or what niggas think about crackers.
I went to a school that was predominantly black when I was growing up.
You really want to do the
And
one
when I
about,
first
like-
saw the first white kid, I was like, what is that?
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we'll do a little bit of this one. We'll give them credit, and then after that, we'll go ahead and do the other one. So everybody, this is Jubilee's channel. If you're unfamiliar with Jubilee, they usually get two different sides. Let me go ahead and add this to the Discord so you can see it. You got to make sure you're off of mute because we were having audio issues last time with you. This microphone is expensive, so if anything, it just increases your audio. We'll go. No, I don't feel like getting nitro. Alright, so let's go ahead and share my screen. Yep, YouTube. Alright, so you should be able to see and hear it on your screen.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, so I didn't hear the
Around
prompt.
people who aren't my
So pretty much, Jubilee is about. Okay, Jubilee is about, you know, two different sets of people, two different groups of people, and they react, or they try to reach a middle ground on stuff. They have different things that they do, like in second, decisions, lie detector, stuff like that. So make sure you guys check their channel out if you are interested in stuff like that. We're probably only going to react to portions of their videos today because, you know, they worked hard on making it, getting the people out there, editing it, and I would like to show them support by having you guys support them if you guys are seeing this now or in the future. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do this. So this is what do black people think about white people?
I act differently around people who aren't my race.
Can you shut up?
3, 2, 1.
I think the most important thing is just to authentically be yourself, and I don't think being around people who don't look like you should be a reason for you to act any different.
Yeah, for me, I guess it's like within the confines of like the workforce.
It's like, goddamn.
I was thinking code switching.
Because if you show up to a
Reason for you to act.
We missed the prompt twice now. Okay, everybody hit that subscribe, that like, that comment, all of that stuff. The prompt is, what do black people think about white people? We'll get straight into it. Let me get a drink and we'll get straight into it. Alright, so let's do this.
I act differently around people who aren't my race. 3, 2, 1.
I think the most important thing is just to authentically be yourself, and I don't think being around people who don't look like you should be a reason for you to act any different.
yeah, for me, I guess it's like within the confines of like
Just so you guys know, we're going to hear their points, and then after we hear their points, I'm going to pause the video, and then me and her will discuss their points.
the workforce.
I was thinking code switching.
Because if you show up to a meeting talking like this, they're like, uneducated, got it. They'll use the slang to sell the products and to tweet and to get the clicks and stuff. But like as soon as a worker's there who's authentically from the area and talking like people from the area, it's like, ooh, we don't like that. You know, because it's always like, well, be yourself until you yourself. And then it's like, ooh, I don't like yourself. Unfortunately, in a lot of the areas of work, it's like you almost have to like lie to these people to be like, I'm a robot. I'll like, you know, I love your company. Yeah. You know, it's sick. It's sick. But it's like, you have to do, you know.
True. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like code.
What do you think about that? That shit made me so mad I had to spit into the goddamn ashtray.
I mean, I think to a certain extent, he's definitely got a point.
See, I don't agree with that. I think that most people find it unattractive when you go on there talking like this, you know what I'm saying? Let me go, I'm going to just explain it to you, mute yourself real quick. I'm going to explain it to you, right?
But if that's how you talk,
Like, I'm going to explain it basically, I'll just share my mic with you. But if basically how I'm going to explain it is like a scenario. Ready? This is a scenario. We're at a job interview, right? Or not a job interview, we're at a sales occasion. Something we have to go talk to somebody
like
about.
a container party.
Yeah, right? And I'm sitting there, you know, just chilling, talk about nothing. And I'm sitting there with a potential customer, and I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So this is your deal. This is the best deal I could get you, dog. I went and talked to my best connects. I went and got you everything you needed. I served you up right. This is the best you need right here. You ain't ever got to worry about reeing up again. This is the best you need. Versus, alrighty, sir. I went ahead and made sure all your paperwork is filed, your I's are dotted, your T's are crossed. I made sure that you have this sale applied to your price. And on top of this, if you have any questions in the future, you can make sure that you don't need to restock any of your supply. You just give us a call and we'll take care of everything. If you have any questions, make sure you hit our customer service team up and we will be able to assist you better further in the future with your issues. Boom. Which one sounded more attractive? The first one or the second one? If you are somebody that's sitting there as a prospective customer, you're about to spend your hard-earned money on something, you want to hear the presentation in what way? Tell me.
The second one is definitely way more professional, but also you kind of have to know your clientele.
Yeah, I mean, it is I can
For
see
them
that.
to kind of trust you a little bit more. If you talk the first way to somebody who actually talks that way, they'll kind of, I guess, trust you a little bit more. Be like, all right, you know what? You guys are like kind of closer friends.
Yeah,
They trust you, and he wants to give you your money because he likes you.
well,
I
I
wouldn't
get that.
necessarily call it being fake, but I would, know your clientele. Sometimes you have to tweak yourself to be around certain people.
I mean, you're right about that, because when I was in sales and when I worked at Terminex, it was like that, especially because I didn't have to worry about,
With clients,
Yeah,
you would
like-
act more professional and cleaned up, but with the coworkers, we're all a little unprofessional.
and not even just coworkers, like some of my clients. Like I had a client that tipped me in marijuana and mushrooms. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked, like I talked to you guys on stream, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the most literal person on stream, but that's just because I'm hanging out. That's what I do in my spare time. This is literally me in real life. I'm not even acting anyway. But, that's just the way I handle myself. I can see where you're coming from, but I don't see where they're coming from. Their problem is that, or his problem was that pretty much you have to feel, or not you have to, but he feels that people have to be fake and not be themselves, when really that should just be another part of yourself.
Right? Because one part, you have to have a professional part.
Like you can't just be all the way street. You have to be corporate too. Like you have to think of the best interest of the company. You can't just think individually. This is what I had an issue with a lot of the things that people were saying about the rainbow community or whatever. And I'm not going to get delved too deep, but the point on it is that a lot of people don't really have an issue with being rainbow in particular. It's more so like they have an issue with, like, it's a deep rooted issue in their soul about civilization, right? Because civilization is integral part of humanity being able to survive and be the top player on this earth. And the only way to make a strong enough civilization is if you garner kids, indoctrinate those kids in the civilization's beliefs, and that civilization becomes 2 times stronger because now that civilization becomes as part of that person's identity. Now that we are individuals in a nation, we tend to not really care about the overall. We only really care about ourselves. And because of that, I think that it really correlates to a lot of things that we see in reality, especially with the fruits. That's just what I see. But other than that, he has a point, but his point is kind of shallow in a way, meaning that it's not really something that's a big deal. You have to have 2 parts of yourself. You have to have the part of yourself that can relay information in a responsible and articulate manner. And then you have to have parts of yourself where you are actually, yourself. You hang out. Some people are built that way and they only have one part of themselves. And other people are just like, you know what? This is just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to fucking do what I want. And then other people are like, you know what? Feels right. You have to have two different personalities in today's civilization. You cannot just be yourself all the damn time, because not everybody's just going to like you.
That's why I have blue hair, because I have to act professional in a certain way at work, and this is my way of expressing my personality.
Exactly. So we'll just continue the video. We'll see what they have to say.
Switching is one part, but also like there's certain parts in my own community that aren't accepted, that when I'm around different people that look like me, I can express myself differently. Like I feel like if I talk a little proper, sometimes I get a little slack for it from my side of the family. But when I go out into the world, sometimes I like EDC, I like tech music, I like, you know what I'm saying?
See, for me, I feel like it has nothing to do with race. It more has to do with just being professional. Like if I'm at work, then I'm obviously
like
gonna be a
this
little
dude.
more proper, you know, a little bit less slang and all of that, and just more careful with my rhetoric. But I don't think it has to do with race. The only thing I will say is, like, I work in political media, so I'm on camera a lot. So people already know who I am and what I'm coming with. But that being said, it's like when I'm around other black people, because I'm a Republican, sometimes they tend to be really standoffish with me or think that I don't understand the culture and all this different stuff. So sometimes I have to feel it out, like, are these people who are just gonna call me an Uncle Tom? Or are these people like I can actually just keep it all the way real with? So that's the only time I feel like I act different because of race.
You know, I also work in political media, but as a leftist, and I honestly feel like I've definitely benefited from being able to be in spaces where I've been able to be authentically myself, and I definitely think that's a privilege, especially where I like grew up is just like something that's regularly happening that people have to go through. But personally, I think I've been able to, especially now in a business side and now my...
Well, you know how I feel about her kind. It ain't the skin. It's the amount of folds. But you know what I'm saying? The Republican dude, he carried himself very nicely. I like the way he spoke about that. That's my exact outlook on that. That's exactly how I feel about that. This lady right here, sorry to freeze your face like that. But what you're saying is like, I get it. I mean, I'm black. I get it. I enjoy it too. When I was working at a concrete factory, I was able to talk however the hell I wanted because I'm black. Everybody I worked with was black, and we were all black in that same facility. So everything there, you know, we kind of had an understanding on things. It kind of worked how the streets work. But when I work with people now or companies now, because I own my own business and I deal with different races all the damn time, it is different. Like, I can't just go in there acting a certain way. People like to prejudge people, and it is not something that, you know, comes easy to change, because that is a way for survival. Like, that's the only... think about it. It's 1846. You only see a shadow. You are walking with your family. You see a shadow fucking 10 miles out. All you see is a silhouette of some person walking towards you. And the next thing you know, that person's getting bigger. And he's getting bigger. And now he's looking more of a threat. Now you are thinking for the next 4 hours, getting closer to this person, what is about to happen? Am I about to lose my life? Am I about to go ahead and do this and that? The closer that person gets, the more that you can see different traits about this person. Okay, he has red skin. Okay, I have white skin. They're not the best fans of us. Okay, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Okay, I think I'm going to go this way. Let's cut this right now, because even though the chance might be low, there is still a chance of me losing my life. Animals do it. We're not the only people that do it, you know, or the only species that does it. It is a known way to kind of keep yourself from dying. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I see it. Like, and we still think that way in our dinosaur brains a little bit, because we don't really distinguish race like that. We really only think this way because it is like programmed in us by the way life is. If we were to walk towards something and we seen that it had 4 legs before we came up to it, and before it noticed us and our scent, we could fucking walk the other way. And the only way that we would probably run into that being or creature is if it tracked us down. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way it goes. Like, that's why civilization works the way it does. If you look different, act different, are different, then people tend to be a little bit more uncomfortable around you. And that's not really like something that we can help, but mentally tell ourselves to ignore those preconceived notions, to try to be open-minded and optimistic, which is a noble way to be. But a lot of people default on that prehistoric way of thinking because it's easier, But what's your take on it? I want to hear from you a little bit on it. You don't have a take?
Nope.
All right.
Not
that's
on
fine.
this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Place, I feel like I don't have to adapt my language to make people like respect me or understand where I'm trying to come from,
At what point is it like, damn, we can't even really have conversations without buttoning up and being like, oh, this is how we have to talk like this, because so they'll listen, or like regard us as.
But do you
people,
think that's racial, or do you think that's?
I don't know that it's because I'm right. I know where you're going.
We've seen you.
I know. I think I know exactly where it's going. I don't think it's intrinsically rooted in race, but I think just the way the social genetic makeup of people are. I think just by way of people of specific races speaking a certain way or being perceived a certain way, it tends to be more often than not rooted in race, based off of like urban Black Americans.
Yeah.
I think most people have barriers they put up.
I can see that. All right, I could take that.
Yeah.
He acknowledged where it was ludicrous, and he still acknowledged his valid point. And that's, I could deal with that. That dude, I could deal with who he is. That's nice that he actually thinks that way. I'm kind of wondering what the white lady's going to say that's standing next to the black people over there and agree. But yeah, let's hear these other two.
Up when they get introduced to a new group. I went on disagree instead of strongly disagree because like there have been situations where I get introduced to a group of someone of a different race. And like,
Hey!
Yeah, at first I'm pulled back, but once I get comfortable with them, those walls come down, and then yeah, that's where my true self comes out.
For me, it really depends because I've been shooting music videos in the hood, so I really.
But I guess that, and yeah, he's been around some sketchy motherfuckers. But the the dude before him, I guess I could see that too. Because white people definitely walk on eggshells around people with color nowadays. You can see it around a lot of different things. Ain't nobody trying to lose their job over something stupid. So, a lot of white people tend to treat black people how everybody treats women in the workplace. Yeah, you stay over here. I don't want to talk to you privately. I don't want to be in an office with you. I don't want to do anything with you because you can say I did something to you. And then as soon as you say that, it don't matter if we got cameras. It don't matter if it's true or not. I lose my job. I lose everything I worked for all my life. I lose everything in the snap of a second because you wanted to step up over me. You don't just step on me. You make me crumble like a Tomb Raider puzzle. Like... So, yeah, I get it.
really need to basically adopt myself to become a black person. So for me, it's not a problem like meeting new races. I always like vibe and chill with people.
Do you think adapting yourself to those different ethnicities is like something that's required to foster like a successful relationship?
Like, I would say it's really more for your survival because, you know, like if you are the only white guy on set and like there's like people with like guns and stuff and you know, you just really need to like fit in and just be chill with it.
Mm-hmm. You're from the Ukraine, right? Do you feel like not having grown up with American culture as a whole?
I can see how that's intimidating. You see a bunch of niggas that can barely read holding AK-47s and pistols and shit. You're like, do I feel comfortable? They do have a lot of money they're paying me for this, but do I feel comfortable right now? Fuck no. They need to hurry up. Let's get this going. I'm charging double.
And then especially not growing up with our subcultures. Do you feel like that's influenced the way you move when you're moving between our subcultures?
My like mentality is kind of mixed because like from the age of like 13, I really started to learn English. From that, I really learned a lot. Like I really got the American like mentality more. And basically like my mentality is like mixed because like in Ukraine, if we see a black person, we call them the N-word. And from our side, it's not offensive. Like we say it not from a offensive way, but some people can because, you know, like you don't see a black person there.
I can understand that because I went to a school that was black when I was growing up.
He was like, yeah, when we're in Ukraine, we're just like, nigga. That's so fun. We're giving them all that money. Them leftists are fighting so hard to give them all that goddamn money. And when they see black people, they're like, ooh, nigga.
Like people do with midgets.
Oh, man.
And when I first saw the first white kid, I was like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was a white girl with like red hair, and I was like, whoa, I've never seen this before. You know what I'm saying? So like, I understand that like when a white person comes to a predominantly black group, then you're going to try your best to adapt to that, to our culture, to be like, okay, hey, I get along with you. This is my way of like telling you like, hey, this is, I'm like extending an olive basically. So yeah.
Personally, not to sound triggered, but I just don't like the notion that you're becoming a black person by pretending to be hood or adopting a hood mentality, because not all black people are hood, not all black people are ghetto. I understand what you're trying to say, and I don't know if it's a language barrier, so I don't want to like come at you like you're saying something racist, but I just really am anti black people being defined as ghetto and hood, because there's a lot of classy black people out there.
Hey, what's going on, the Clamsterton?
Afro-Americans. And it really like depends
and
on,
then we got,
like, where
what's
you
that?
grew up in.
Beef,
Also,
Fuma,
if you are
or
hood
beef,
and ghetto like me, you can
United
also be all
States
those things
mean
too.
score.
White people also
Okay, I can't pronounce your name,
race-based
but that
prejudice.
was funny. You guys are making fun of the way I laugh. That's kind of fucked up,
You guys
though.
probably don't know.
I can't control that.
I've lived in Asian countries. In Japan, there are certain restaurants and stuff like that you could walk.
No, we're not watching the Cosby Show. We I don't know. It's 2024, bro. The only way you know is if I tell you. So right now, she's a gerbil, and I'm an attack helicopter.
Whoa, why am I a gerbil?
A gerbil?
You just call me a gerbil.
Beefus McSteefus. Boo boo! Get the fuck out of here. This is that grade A. Ga. This ain't even got a name. This is how legit this shit is. Ain't it? Because when you hit it, you say... Yeah. So, yeah. Liking that beautiful ass hair. Thank you.
It's all braided and
Nah,
nice.
she's talking about yours. I'm smoking some of that cheetah piss.
Steve Urkel piss.
No, it's not grade A poo poo. It's that grade A.
Walk in.
Nah, but we're watching Jubilee right now. It's like race-based questions and stuff like that.
You can see people dining in the restaurant, and they're going to tell you they're closed just because you're white or you're American. So the idea that white people can't really experience racism kind of contradicts the very definition of the word, because the definition of racism is prejudice based on one's skin color. White people do experience it, but to a different degree.
While I do think that our white brothers and sisters in Christ can experience racial-based prejudice, or I don't want to overlook the nuance of that.
I kind of half don't
Because
like
it's
this
not
dude.
necessarily rooted in anything systematic or anything
like
that's
his
going to
t-shirt,
actually
though.
have long-term.
I like his t-shirt. I like his shoes. But I don't like him or his pervert stash. Okay, I just don't. There's something about his face that just bothers me. He's one of those people. That chick. It's the angle. But yeah, you know, there's something about this dude I just don't fuck with. He just got some vibe to him. There's just like, I'm fucking annoying. You know what I'm saying? This dude.
Effects, knock on wood, that are gonna like debilitate a race or inhibit their chances or possibility of succeeding or being seen as better than POC.
I definitely think it's a non-issue, racism towards white people, especially specifically, I want to, like, in America. I don't think it's something that needs to be highlighted as it.
All the white people stood over there smacking. That's the best comment of the night. That's the best fucking comment of the night. See, I said something about her. My girl looked at me like I was 3 times fucked up. But I take the Andrew Tate type of stance on these people. I might be not the most fit, but if you look like you leak grease, you need not to be on camera. But that's what I just think. I'm gonna get back in video.
Issue that is a constant threat to.
So I guess
lives,
it's the question real quick. The question is, white people also experience race-based prejudice. I can agree on that, especially because I've seen more and more black people and Spanish people be more racist against white people than I've seen against any other race. And it's like blatant racism to the point where it's like uncomfortable. Like, it's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Day well-being, progress, and success in life in general, because it's not something that's going to inhibit you, and you don't have to walk out your door and think, I'm about to be attacked, like people of color do every single day.
I do agree that white people haven't been put through centuries of hell like black people were, but prejudice towards white people 100% exists. Like whether it's in TV, if it's in movies, like if you watch predominantly black media, there's a lot of roasting towards
Hell
white
no,
people
they
the
don't.
way around.
Listen.
Today. Then you go on social media like TikTok.
Yeah, the comments are too much right now, bro.
Videos where they're attacking white people for things that their ancestors did 200 years ago. There are societal benefits at this point for being a person of color, and that those negatively affect white people. Like if you look at from diversity quotas in the workplace, all these different things, they lower the bar for black people, but then increase the bar for white people. However, I think where some of the issue comes is because a lot of marginalized groups and people of color back in the day went through so much worse that it's easy for us to discredit the prejudice that white people now deal with today.
I think like on an individualistic level, like yeah, white people get hate all the time. But
I don't like this
you
dude
zoom
neither.
out and you look at
This dude confuses my brain. Every time I look at him, I'm like, is that a lesbian?
the big picture,
can't
it's a
say
little
that
bit different. And like talking about like, having, racist content for anyone out there, it's like I would have to go and seek that out.
You paused it on the back fat. Only back titties.
That was good. No, it's the one that fucking Clamster said. He said, yo, her undies shit stained or what? Oh, man, that's barbecue sauce, my nigga.
Coming to me. Versus against white people. I would have to like, look for a video of being like people who hate white people.
I agree.
Like versus like Twitter.
If y'all ever worked at McDonald's or something, you know the big block grease? Dump them out, shorty. Yo, you know the 2 big blocks of grease that come in the fast food restaurants so they can like restock their oil or whatever. That's what I think of when I see an obese ass. Like
Lard.
2 big fucking squares of that shit right next to each other in a pair of cloth separating them.
Oh no.
Oh shit. I think I sit in the back.
I don't have to scroll very long before I see some person making some out-of-pocket comment about
And regulation
some shit.
being lifted so people can see that even more so.
Right.
Absolutely, that's 100% right. And even saying
You only
about-
sit in the middle so you can meet black men. No, you gotta say it with the A, because you're only 3%. But I don't care what you say. It's more the people that's gonna care about that more than me. Soul Glow. She looked like she is thinking about it. Sub for Has Shorty been blacked?
White people, white women.
I don't know, bro. We got a kid, so I don't know. I've been trying to cure racism for a while
I
now.
don't think that's fair to say, but I definitely get what you mean. Again, I think the prejudice is still there, though.
And I will say that black people do deal with prejudice. I think every
I like the dude right there with the white shirt.
Racist people everywhere. Like
White dude with the button-up like blazer. I like the way he speaks. He speaks very articulate. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and he's not like sounding like he's just reaching for straws neither.
Like, I just don't think systemic
like his
racism is
sweater.
an issue anymore in
I like
today's
it.
society. But
It's something
I
I
do
would wear.
think that there are racist people out there.
I think that there's a really important distinction. Our language is constantly evolving, and you were talking about the definition of racism. Our societal definition has changed to include a systemic part of it. And I completely disagree with this idea that people of color don't have systemic things against them still. Because the fact that we still have the KKK, the fact that we still have these things, and they are in positions of power. As long as that exists, and as long as that's a part of our country's like makeup.
He
right
black,
now,
you
which it
called
is,
him white.
and that's our power.
No, I'm talking about his jacket, not his skin color. Motherfucker in the green hat charged up. A hard R, let go.
I don't feel like you can honestly deny systemic racism against the black community, which is why prejudice
Cops is out
so
fucking with
different
people.
than racism. I don't think white people can experience racism in this country, but we can.
That's a tow
prejudice
truck.
Yeah, you don't
based
see
on
the police
societal
right there?
definitions we now use.
Being sexually unattracted to a race is racist.
What do you think about that one?
Sorry.
It's on the fucking screen.
I was being nosy. I was looking out the window. Because I know exactly who that is. Oh, they're going upstairs.
So what do you think about that one?
No.
No, I don't think so neither.
It's just kind of like you like what you like. Some people have a type, and you just kind of can't be mad that you're not somebody's type. You're somebody else's type.
I knew you was going to say that, though, because you told me the first week you met me, I don't date black people.
It just wasn't my thing.
And I said, oh, yeah? Well, I'm super black. But, yeah, I struggle with this one, to be honest with you. When I was growing up, I think my answer would have changed from how it is now. I don't really care about that no more. If I got meat and it's a girl looking for meat, 9 times out of 10, if I talk correctly and I come across nicely, she's gonna give me a chance in some way. These, some people just aren't, though, and it's based off of how they want to live their life, how they perceive you're gonna live your life. Like I said earlier in the stream, for the ones that weren't here, anytime people, kind of prejudge you or have preconceived notions. Sorry if you guys heard the tow truck, but if anybody judge you or have preconceived notions about you, it's not because they are quote unquote racist all the time. It's more so because they want to see, or they just don't want to get harmed themselves. It's a biological trait in all humans everywhere to look at something and prejudge it before you come in contact with that thing or person or place, so that way you don't have a possibility for death. We are humans, we like to survive, and that's just the way it is. So we'll continue.
I think where the line gets drawn is when if a white male was sitting there swiping and he's just like, I don't like black girls, they're all ugly. They have too big of lips. I think that's where the line gets drawn. But you can't really help what you're attracted to. Like, my fiance is Mexican, and it's like, I like him for who he is, not how he looks.
I think that we are conditioned to be attracted and to respond to people that we grow up and around with. So homogeneously, we grow up with people who look like us. So when you move into dating and things like that, statistically, you're going to be attracted to people that you grew up seeing, right? However, when you are discrediting a certain race for whatever reason based off their ethnicity, meaning everybody who did exist, is existing, and will exist from that race, you are not feeling anything. Q, I don't control your body or your thoughts, but on one hand, I'm like, let's maybe unpack that. Also, where's my camera? To all the girls that's putting
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I knew I didn't like this nigga. Look at that shit. Look at that. He got fingernails the same color as my girlfriend's hair. Get the fuck out of that shit.
For me, I think that like
That nigga is somebody that says, I like both. Listen, bro, you just nasty. You spreading shit to niggas that don't like both.
we're talking about conditioning and how we grew up, right? If you go to like South Africa, for instance, which within some of our lifetimes had apartheid.
She has a nice
If you
voice.
grow up in that, especially as a black person, where you're constantly being mistreated by every single white person, and you're conditioned to be like, white person, no thank you. I don't think that's racist.
I agree, and I did not grow up in South Africa with apartheid.
Yeah.
However, like I said,
used
the
it
nickname of my town was Clancy. Like a lot of my interactions growing up were incredibly racist, and I'm dating a white guy. So I totally get what you mean. I don't want to discredit black people or anyone who's had those kind of situations because it's not that they're.
That's the funny thing that gets me with these leftist chicks. Because they're all about race, 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 race. I'm the next Malcolm X, but they only date outside the race. Why is it that you date outside the race? It's probably because black people also made fun of you for being the way you are. You're very intelligent. It sounds the way you are. You know, but you just are using that intelligence for dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Not dating white people, it's
Yeah.
definitely, it's more like they're cautious.
I think you used the perfect word earlier. Is it conditioned or?
I was thinking about it on the terms of me being a black woman. I feel like it's a lot different when it is a black woman going into dating someone that is not of their race. I can tell you from my experience with dating Hispanic men, white, whatever, they've only seen Jerry Springer and Maury. So it's like they have a whole different idea of what a black woman is. Like,
I'm telling you now, if that's your only notion of what a black woman is, you ain't never gonna have a black woman in your life. Because you'll be like, listen, no, I am straight. Pew! Fucking.
like before my husband changed
What is
a
burning?
lot, one of the comments made to me was he was afraid of me going
Can't
in his
know we're
house with braids in my hair. Because then they would assume that I was a different kind of girl instead of looking at me for who I am.
I have been denied access because of my race.
No, never, ever, ever have been denied access because of my race ever in my life. I've only been able to get opportunities, if anything, because of my race. And, you know, I felt like that was unfair to my peers. So anytime I got an opportunity, the first person I would try to get in there with me is a person that I knew wanted that opportunity, tried really hard and couldn't get it. So, you know, the first time they got a chance for a slot or anything, I tried to make that right because I knew that it wasn't right that I was just getting that just because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? Okay. His mom was getting in his ass. I was wondering what was going boop boop in my hair. But yeah, you know, that's just what it is.
I can go anywhere, I can sit down anywhere, and
I mean, I can't say I've been denied access anywhere, but I've definitely been bullied because of my color.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go ahead and explain it more. How?
I'm not going to be.
It was just a group of girls and they just didn't like me.
Why not?
I have no idea. Because it was in middle school and my two best friends became best friends and then dropped me. So I just had no friends and didn't like hang out with anybody. And they were just in a group of like 4 and they just didn't like me. I don't know. I say to myself pretty much.
Mm. Looks like we got kicked off of the YouTube. Let me check. Let me check it out real quick. Got you.
I don't know what any of that means.
I know what it means. Your stream is no longer being blocked due to copyright issues. Okay, so I fixed the stream. We should be back on YouTube. Let me double check real fast, and we'll do another video. Just because we're getting issues with copyright on this one, even though it's obviously fair use. I've only been on this video for a little bit now, and yeah, it's obviously fair use. We've talked mostly through it. You know, that's just the way it is with this sometimes, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and double check the YouTube real fast and make sure that I'm on there. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. And make sure with my other account. Yep. So we're back on. We're gonna go check out another one. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like that, comment, that, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you guys on the next one. So we got more Jubilee. Obviously, we just had that crazy ass debate last night. You know, your boy's on there too. Make sure you go and hit that up. I'm making new content for you guys every day. But yeah, we got a few things that we can react to.
I think it's in history.
The ancient history. Fuck out of here. I am not trying to fall asleep tonight. So this dude, right? You know what? Let's do it. I didn't want to get into it. I didn't want to do it at first. I kind of don't want to do it just because. What's going on, Jubar? Yeah, I'm down to react to a song. I can't do it on YouTube, though. So if you do have a song, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I see you there on Kick. Go ahead and drop it in the comments, and we'll get to it as soon as I can. I just wanted to react to something real fast. Let me go in and check this out for us real quick. Alright, so it's a guy named Weapon X, right? Nate updated it with the same name. That's fucked up. So it's this guy named Weapon X, right? And he went on this Pop the Balloon dating show. This right here. Pop the Balloon or Find Love, right? And the issue, this is the exact one. This is the exact one that we're talking about right there. With the same ladies, the whole 9 yards. So he went on this Pop the Balloon show for dating, that same picture you see there. And when he went on Pop the Balloon, everybody started giving him shit because they said he was a little bit kinky, or not kinky, but spicy with the women, saying that, you know, because all he said to them was, you did me a favor by leaving me alone, right? So, a content creator named MTR, which I've sent messages to and stuff like that. I know he's real busy. He's a really big streamer, so he's probably not going to see my messages, with all due fairness. But, I've caught something, like, from the side of my ear about that whole situation. And it kind of, like, pissed me off in a way. And I'll explain. So, they did a 5-hour stream on Weapon X. And Weapon X was explaining his life, why he was doing what he was doing, why he said what he said, who he was before everything. And boom. Next thing you know, they're hitting it off. They're having a good conversation. He's holding them accountable about all the stupid shit he did with his ex. It was some things with his ex that I didn't really agree with. And he sounded like a nut, on some things. But overall, he's a real person. You could tell that he's not really trying to be an internet personality like that. He's just an ordinary Joe dude. So, fast forward, and we're getting into it. Him and Destiny, him and Daphne, the Queen of Accountability, went ahead and did another live stream where they was addressing Abba and Preach and their take on it. Now, the problem is, these guys didn't do the research they were supposed to do. And I was able to find out that in Arizona, you can't have a plumbing license without being attached to an LLC. And your LLC, if anybody knows how a limited liability company works, is 9 times out of 10 attached to your name. And your name, your social, and everything is attached to that. But unless you localize your business or register your business with whoever the local registry is, you will not be a public domain. You will be a private domain. So when I presented this information, I'm thinking it's a little weird. Like, Daphne wasn't putting receipts out there, how she found this information. She pretty much was just telling us she got the information. And it's really weird. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to, give it a couple days. I'm not going to say shit about it. I was going to do a video on it, and I wasn't, I just decided at the end, I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But now I'm talking about it at least. So, fast forward, they do a reveal video with this dude named Kites and his wife. And Kites, the channel Kites, did another live stream with them. And in that live stream, he presented to show his plumbing license, who he was, everything that they was accusing him of lying about in that 5-hour stream. So he showed that he was genuine twice, and provided receipts that he was a licensed plumber, and provided receipts that he did have humanitarian work pictures, and receipts for people asking him for work to be done, and stuff like that. So, boom. You fast forward. Now, all of these content creators are radio silent, except for Abba and Preach. So, I want to check out their update video on it. It's only 14 minutes long. We'll check it out, and if you guys have that song for me still, or you guys are still there by the end of it, we'll go ahead and check some more stuff out.
Man, I don't know how to answer this, honestly. I don't know how to answer.
So she's not lying. There was a phone in the car.
But honestly, yes. If it sounds crazy, then man, whatever.
Why did we know in 2 minutes what it took y'all 2 to 3 weeks to figure out? Aaron the plumber.
So what happened?
So we were right, and it only got worse from there. I mean, Aaron the plumber, if you don't remember, was on the balloon pop thing, and then afterwards claimed that a bunch of people called his job and got him fired. Turns out he can't prove that that ever happened. Most people don't even know where he works, so they don't even know where to call to get him fired. He even claimed that there was 500.
They just updated this 7 hours ago. They updated this 7 hours ago. And they think, like, this is the thing that gets me with these modern content creators. And I'm just going to rant real quick. The thing that gets me with these modern content creators is that everybody is out for a quick click. You can never just post something with good intentions nowadays. In order to get money and stuff like that and maintain your fame and all of that, you got to put in, you know, these ingenuine, like, dumbass fucking videos out. Like, I used to fuck with these guys heavy, and they just pissing me off more and more with their videos and how they're doing shit. I'm almost at the point where I'm done, you know? And it's just because, and I know they're going to say I don't care, and I don't care neither. It's just what I personally feel. Everybody has an asshole, everybody has an opinion. This is my opinion. But, you know, I just don't like the fact that, you know, they have information of this dude putting his receipts out there, and they're trying to interfere with this man's money in a way because he isn't trying to give the name of his business out or the business he was working with, so that way he can get a severance check from this company. And there's stipulations into getting severance checks. And when you have a severance check stipulation and you got people calling for verification that he actually got fired, it's going to be an issue. Especially when none of these people work for GoFundMe. They're doing it just to make themselves look like they are high and mighty, to actually tell their fan base that they have some type of pull in this world. And it's weird. Like, leave this man's life alone. He's trying to make sure that he can recover money that he will lose in another way if you guys keep this on. And then at the end of it, you guys will be liable for defamation because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, they're fucking running this man's name through the mud, and he's not even a real deal content creator. All he did was try to get donations so he could do humanitarian work for people. Because that's the only way he can make content. He said, I will use all the money from the donations to go buy enough material to get started on making plumbing videos for people. And I will do free plumbing services in order to make content. That was his whole plan. And they're trying to fuck it up for him. It's messed up.
Plus calls. Nobody's been able to really find his job properly. So the idea that the internet found it, it's never leaked so far. And so there's been a lot of doubt cast on that because he's been using that to promote his GoFundMe to get $15,000 to do humanitarian work. Truth is, he doesn't really have much of a track record doing any of that kind of stuff. So where is this all coming from? And then there was a post that came out that showed that he got mad because GoFundMe got locked. And underneath the post, you know what it said?
What?
How they gonna hold my money? It's my birthday. Let me have a good time.
No.
Dead ass.
No.
Dead ass. He posted that. So he was gonna use the.
No.
Dead. You know what it said?
What?
How they gonna hold my.
You are not qualified. Photo. Black man can't celebrate his birthday now. How y'all gonna tell me how to spend my money? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. When was this taken? When was this taken? And what is that photo? Because that is the same quote he used on Kites. When they was talking about the picture, he said the same quote with the same like little photo thing, but the photo thing was actually filled in, and it was him throwing money and people comments on it, and it was like a man can't spend his birthday money how he wants. He ain't even touched the GoFundMe money yet. And anybody that knows anything about GoFundMe, you can't open a page for yourself. Somebody else has to open it for you. Like,
my money. It's my birthday. Let me have a good time.
No.
Dead ass.
No.
Dead ass. He posted that. So he was gonna use the GoFundMe for his birthday. So when we saw this goofy ass asking for money, even though he got 100K in the bank.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
And he was out here spending it in the club like a goofy. Turns out, he wanted to use the GoFundMe for his birthday to be able to spend it like an idiot.
No, you're lying.
But it goes even worse because like people are like, why are you bringing up his criminal history? But that's in the past. First off, I do think it's okay to judge people on their criminal history. That doesn't mean it's a final judgment, but I definitely think it factors in, especially if it's over a lengthy period of time. It shows me a lot of impulsivity. It shows me a lot of lack of control over yourself, and it gets.
Yeah, it also shows me that he was skinny as hell. He looked like a teenager in half of them fucking mugshots. And that's exactly what he explained already to everybody in the world.
That was 2014.
He was last arrested 7 years ago. I have a buddy. His name will not be disclosed because of obvious reasons. But his ass is wild looking. What's going on, Peppery? How's it going? I see you there. Yeah, we watching about that dude, and my whole take on it is different because I seen like I'm gonna show the video. Fuck it, because these nuts right here, they ain't doing it. They ain't showing the updated video. So I'm informing people about what happened on the updated Kites video, right? Kites is the one that did the whole interview with them, the first place to where MTR got the video and reacted off of it, and yeah, therefore, now it is. And this guy Kites, he made a part 2 to the interview right after MTR got into the interview with him, right? And in that part 2, Weapon X pretty much went ahead and fucking just got rid of all this shit. It was pictures of everything that he needed to prove to get his GoFundMe back. And he proved that those videos that they're reacting of were prior to him even getting the money in the first place. And in that picture that they reacted of him having the screenshot of the message or whatever, or his post, that was posted with a comment section of him in the club and everybody making fun of him for spending money. So that's what it was. When nobody's really putting the facts together that the dates don't line up. So we'll go and check it out. Yeah, we're gonna react to the Ninja Turtle. Alright, so this is the channel.
And the only reason
Kites.
why I'm putting this out there because she got on live and tried.
So this is Kites. This is their channel. Make sure you guys show them some love. This is the updated.
Like if I wanted someone to do a facial.
So this is the updated video from their video. They reacted to MTR and Daphne, the Queen of Accountability, talking about it on his latest live that he had last week. So
I'm gonna go to a licensed esthetician.
Right.
But before I get her services, I'm gonna verify that she does have an active.
Because of me going viral so much, you know, he knew he was gonna get a lot of views off of this. But man, I knew it just wasn't genuine when I seen those thumbnails. But we could keep it rolling.
Okay.
Not support a scammer. Send that to me. His response to me was, okay, sure, we'll do. I said, okay, the coast is clear. Everything is fine. He's about to send it to me, all right? So, over an hour later, over 2 hours later, no response. And I said to him, just in the text message, what's the name of the place that fired you? Here was his response.
Pause.
So this is where it's about to get into it, right? So pay attention. Just watch this shit real fast. Watch.
He said after an hour or two from no response, then I asked, what's the name of that place that fired you? Where's that message at? Where's that message after an hour or two that went by? Where's that message that you said that at? Come on now, man. That don't even make no sense. He did not say that. The last thing that was discussed on the phone was he was gonna go to his platform or whatever. Oh no, that may be the message afterwards. I might be going a little too far ahead.
There it is. It's right there.
Understand?
It's right there.
This is a blind reaction, so it's not like you've had time to look over this. I was gonna correct you and say like, hey, I think he's referring to this one, but no, I get what you're saying. So this is in fact the message. This is the message he's referring to. He's saying that 2 hours after the call, So he called you at 8:45, and then at 10:58.
I gotta admit, right there, when I first seen this video, because this ain't the first time I seen it. So the first time I seen this video, when he said that right there and had that face after, I was like, yep. He's like, man, fuck, I just messed up.
He reached back out to you and asked what was the name of the place you're fired, and it seems like you responded to it. So we're gonna play it and see what you responded. All right.
Apparently, he changed his tune out of nowhere. I wonder why. I'm not doing nothing until I talk to my attorney. I told you that already. And this was the point of the conversation that I took a step back. I looked at the deal.
Which, all disclaimer, I think is the smart way to do anything. Don't be feeling the need to put your business out there when it's viral like that, because you have real life consequences that come with that.
Message, and I said to myself, I might have been bamboozled. Although I had enough discernment not to donate, and I did not do enough research into his claims to give him a platform to speak about any damn thing. And
Okay, so I want to ask this because I don't know what was in that audio call. In the audio call, did you at any point tell him you were going to give the information after you spoke to an attorney?
No.
Okay.
At least he was honest.
At any point,
And like I said, when I did the first interview with him, I said that Friday, I said, you know, give me a couple days, you know, to figure. It's just the weekend just went by. It's day one, Monday.
And this was posted a week ago. So literally, no, this was posted 3 days ago. My bad. This was posted on Tuesday. They did this interview on Monday. And then on top of that, they had this conversation with MTR last Thursday. So this is all recent as fuck. This ain't even like a whole month yet, and they expecting this information to come out.
You know, let me figure this out. Let me consult an attorney, see what I can conceal. See what I have to conceal and see what I can reveal. I don't know if these companies can come back and sue me. You know, I don't know what kind of repercussions I may face. Does he care about that? No.
Okay.
So automatically, right? Because I tell you I need to consult an attorney for my best interest, something that's not in your best interest, that automatically means I'm a scammer. I scammed everyone. Come on, man.
Let's get back to it.
I own it. I take accountability for that. No excuses. Okay. Well, I wish you the best, I said. My credibility is now in question because of lack of proof / receipts. I'm gonna go live in the next couple of hours to discuss this with my audience. Take care. You like that message? You just worried about making content, not worried about the consequences I may face. You may face. What are you talking about? What consequences?
Being sued, losing your, severance pay if you are a salaried worker, also having the potential of never getting a plumbing job again because you lack discretion. It's all different things that can go wrong with that because he doesn't make money off of content.
That you lied, potentially, allegedly. I mean, I really don't know at this point. All you got to do is provide the receipts, baby. That's it. This whole shit would just go away.
You get pause. Do you see again? All you got to do is provide the receipts. That's all we need. That's all we need. That's all you care about. That's all you care about. Is it benefiting you, not about what if this man loses everything moving forward? What if this company does happen to sue him? What if he is telling the truth?
See, MTR ain't worried about if he loses everything because MTR's line of thinking is if you already lost it and you should just chop your L's up because you'll make a lot more money off of my promotion and you'll make a lot more money on your donations when he's saying I want to earn the money.
And this company does sue him, and this motherfucker, since he's a Ninja Turtle, he does have to sleep in the sewer. Are you gonna come and rescue me? No.
Don't laugh.
You guys are gonna be laughing, talking about me.
Dude,
talking
it's like
about
it's
now
the tongue thing.
His lisps?
No, he does like a weird tongue thing.
He got shot in the fucking face.
Come on, man. That's not cool, bro. You sitting on here lying to these people.
Weird.
You know, trying to paint me out to be a scammer just because I don't
like
know.
Somebody like
I'm ignorant of the law.
This man needs some
I do
chapstick.
not know. Let me figure this out real quick.
Okay, so I asked this before, but again, now that we've seen this part, so you're saying that the only reason why you're not giving the information about the job is because you are currently in a case or a legal negotiation with the said job
after the separation.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's called severance pay. And again, I live in an and I'm not using this as no excuse. Bro, you guys are so investigators. I live in an at-will state. You know,
living in Florida, I know exactly what the fuck he's talking about. If you fart too loud walking in the hallway, they will fire your ass. And you can't do shit about it. You can't even collect unemployment. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. That's just the way it works in these states.
what that means? That means they do not have to have any reason to terminate your employment.
Yeah.
And another thing is too, you guys, I am a convicted felon. Okay? I am a convicted felon. Hello, I'm not even supposed to be having these types of jobs. You guys are blowing this up so much to the point I'm not even going to be able to return back to the field.
Yeah, because it's a liability.
The GoFundMe money, that's all you have to do. But the way that you are now moving, in totality with the other information that is coming out and will come out about you and your lifestyle, is way more damning. It's way more ridiculous than I
He's
could
a
have ever
normal
imagined.
person.
And what I thought was going to turn into a way to advocate for a man that was unjustly treated because of his presence on a game show has now turned into somehow you becoming the victim. Once asked to prove your particular situation. See, a man of integrity and...
It wasn't that. It's because... Let me go and show you this in another page. I'm going to go to MTR's channel. And I'm going to show you why this man said what he said. So, MTR. Alright. This nigga getting videos of this shit everywhere, right? So this is a new video.
He follows up and he says...
So that's the actual video. So this is his stuff. Scammer. Scammer. He deleted the other ones. Nope, he didn't delete them. Let me check right here. Hold your L. Showed up to his Pop the Balloon Guy stream and things went left. Pop the Balloon Guy lied to me. Pop the Balloon Guy admits he was to tracking his ex-girlfriend. Pop the Balloon Guy responds to Latin ex-girlfriend. I was a violent man. Abba and Preach destroyed Pop the Balloon Guy. Just wanted my money. Pop the Balloon Woman exposed as gold digger. Confident man loses job. This was the only positive thumbnail that he had of him. Everything else made him look a little crazy as hell, bro. Like he was just like he was Big Ed.
Truth would jump at the opportunity to show me the evidence. But this is not how you're choosing to move. Therefore, I sense deception. I told you.
Okay. One thing, and again, we're neutral. I gotta keep stressing it. I don't know why I gotta keep saying it, but there's always gonna be somebody that hears what I'm saying and they immediately, you're defending. No. In our interview where you told us about your birthday weekend coming up, and you told us that you were having your birthday weekend coming up, and
This
you
was
had
the picture
already
that Abba and
reserved
Preach
your
had.
spot, and you were going to go out and celebrate.
They talk about the picture that Abba and Preach had now, right?
Now, that interview came out before the golf.
We had left the birthday part out of the first interview. It was supposed to be in the end of the first interview. This is not his fault. This is on us.
GoFundMe thing even was established. So when we saw the clip of Abba and Preach, and we saw MTR say you were using the GoFundMe money,
That's why I'm irritated with Abba and Preach, because they kept that in the video that they just updated 7 hours ago.
money, you're a scammer. It clicked with us because we were like, no, he was already mentioning this birthday situation way before the...
We are sorry to Weapon X. That is on us. All we can say is he did have the conversation about his birthday plans before the GoFundMe became a thing. That's our fault. It wasn't in the first video. Sorry again.
GoFundMe even became a thing. But I do remember him specifically talking about his plans was he was going to celebrate his birthday, and he had already had his plans and everything invested.
He even said the amount he already put on the
And who are you to tell a man what to do with his hard-earned money? Okay? How I like to celebrate might not be how you like to celebrate. You like apples, you know, I like oranges. We have two different tastes and two different perceptions on life. Like, who's to say your food is better than mine? You know, I can celebrate however
Why
I
peaches?
choose to see fit. And, you know, you should not be judging me. You
'Cause
guys
it's
are
too much
all
of it, but-
so upset with me for living my life. I'm thankful, you know, that I'm alive to see 30. You know, I shouldn't be here. I should be in a casket. And by the grace of God, I'm still here today. So yeah, I want to celebrate a milestone like that in my life.
I don't
had
see
the
nothing
best
wrong
time
with that.
of my life that
Just
night.
his weird tongue doing the weird tongue thing.
Amanda, he got shot in the face.
So what's it, like a tick?
Yeah, because
Like Barty Crumb? Like...
yes, and also, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with him, you know, wanting to fucking celebrate on his birthday, especially after everything he's been through, and especially it wasn't the GoFundMe money. Now, if it was the GoFundMe money, I'd be the first one to say, yeah, this nigga's dumb. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't like that.
You know, so if you don't like me because of that, you feel I'm irresponsible with money because I chose, you know, to have fun with my money, then hey man, it is what it is. You weren't for me to begin with.
Okay, let's move on.
We were negotiating and I would get it to you. But do what you gotta do. You already switched up on me. Shout out to the queen
He
of
kept it
accountability.
real.
She stepped into my live stream that I did yesterday, the Abba and Preach response live stream. And she super chatted that she was gonna do additional work to understand the validity of his claims. And I wanna play for you that conversation that I had with her right now. All right, so I got the queen of accountability here.
So this is where it turns left. This is where I was like, all right, he had a 5-hour live stream with Weapon X, and then a 5-hour live stream. Weapon X, the reason why it was 5 hours and not 2 hours and 3 hours, Weapon X provided receipts so thorough that it took them 5 hours to go through those said receipts.
Here who's done a lot more investigative work into what we have right here. So I wanted to bring her up and to have a discussion regarding the things that she's found. But first and foremost, I'm hurt regarding this. like, you know, to trust somebody based off of them telling you that, hey, this happened to me post the pop the balloon experiment, discussion, whatever
All right,
you wanna
let's
call it,
get on
game
it.
show. And then to go back and be asking him questions specifically about show me more info.
Who are backlashing on you, address and say like,
like, you know, to trust somebody
I
based
guess I'll
off
let him
of
talk,
them
'cause
telling
it's only a
you
couple
that,
seconds
hey,
left.
this happened to me post the pop the balloon experiment, discussion, whatever you want to call it, game show. And then to go back and be asking him questions specifically, him to act that way. I'm just like, man, it's just pointing in a direction that
I can see why MTR is taking this stance, because I did see that when he went on that against Abba and Preach to address and say like, no, this was addressed in the interview and the Abba and Preach video came out, I will admit MTR was facing heavy backlash because I was in the live stream.
That don't mean nothing. You only got two things in this world as a man: your word and your balls. And if you ain't got both of those, you ain't no goddamn man. You a boy.
It was really bad backlash to the point where if I was him in this situation and this was my living, I think I would also have to, you know, try to, you know, put out some of the fires before they spread too fast. Now, I felt maybe this was urgency that he felt like he needed to address it like this, or who knows, because
That's what I was
feel
saying.
like
That's
a
what
lot
I
of
was
this
saying
that
about
he's-
Abba and Preach. Like, this was urgency because they make money off of it. The faster you put that shit out, the faster you're number one with that shit. You will make all the fucking cheddar. Everybody's going to be reacting to your video. You're going to be promoted first. You're going to be on the top of the charts. No, it is literally a ploy just to make money and to recuperate attention.
addressing in here, he could have easily just pulled you back for another interview in that situation. But that's just me speaking as a content creator, because I can get it. When you're facing that level of backlash, and some of these people who are backlashing on you are people that watch you, then it's like, okay, something's wrong, you know? But
And I'm gonna call it how I see it. Man, you are the quintessence of a simp, bro. You did not stand on business. I don't care what people think. You know, I'ma stand when I stand on righteousness, I'ma stand on for what I believe to be right. Regardless, I don't care if I lose everything I own. If I know it's to be right, I'ma stand on it, bro. You reneging like we playing spades, bro. You reneging.
Yep. That's how I feel about it. If you do something for somebody and you take it back without really putting your whole foot in, that's so wrong, bro. That's not having honor. I live a life of honor. Like, if you can't honor yourself or the people that you're around, it is not worth being in that life in my eyes.
In 24 hours, you singing a complete different tune just because people disapprove of what you said. But for you to be a mentor, for you to be an influencer, for you to be a content creator, you should keep continuing to put out your message and, you know, not care who leaves your platform, who unsubscribes. Because if my message changes the lives of one person, hey man, I did my job. You know, I did some justice in my eyes. Regardless of what they say, regardless of what they paint me out to be, my words have affected people. My words have impacted people. My slogan, "You are not qualified," has raised people's self-esteem.
He not lying.
We can continue on. I'm gonna leave it at that.
He ain't lying.
We're gonna move on.
So, Queen of Accountability, I wanted to bring you up here and let's just chat about other things that you might have found.
Wonderful. Sounds
So this is where the fucking shit goes into nothing. So he did all that to fucking Weapon X, made him provide all those receipts, and then boom, this is where it goes down.
good to me, and thanks for having me, MTR.
No worries.
So, I know that this man has been going viral all over social media, and everyone heard this story about him getting fired after doing the dating show, that they felt inclined to donate money and continue to make him more viral than he was at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I did not talk about it initially because I wanted to investigate before I started to support someone who's telling us a story that is so believable that you want to donate. So what I first did in
Can I ask this? Where did the GoFundMe come from? I know where it came from, but for the sake of the people, can you explain what led to the start of this GoFundMe and what was the purpose of the GoFundMe thus far? Like, what was the give me the details of what happened.
You know, after I lost my job, I had support. Regardless, I had support because the men feel like, you know, I represented manhood on the game show.
Yeah.
A lot of men felt like I was.
And I could see that. He was muscular. He dressed fucking well. He went in there with a what do you call that? The beige silk shirt. He had it buttoned up like to his chest. Nice. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice slacks and then fucking dress pants or dress shoes. Like, he went in there on business. You know what I'm saying?
See, this personality is completely different than how he was on the game show.
I think it was the same way. I think that he was the same exact way he was now than he was on the game show. He's a real life person. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like normal content creators, people that put on a mask or intensify their personalities. You know what I'm saying?
I was not being disrespectful. I was being a man. So I had their support. You know, I had a man send me $500 yesterday just because he had support. You know, he supported the way I conducted myself on the show like a man. Okay, so the fans, because that's what they call themselves. If you look closely, they call themselves my fans. They told me to create a GoFundMe because they wanted to support what I've been doing. Yes, I have done free plumbing jobs. Yes, I have been speaking to at-risk youth. Yes, I did start the GoFundMe so I can do humanitarian work and possibly create content. And I do want to create content now. Now with the humanitarian work, now we're going to show the receipts now. I have been posting on the Nextdoor app, marketing myself to do free.
Shout out Nextdoor. My girl put me on that shit a long time ago. She was like, you know what? You should get on Nextdoor. That's how you get some jobs.
It's pretty much like a Facebook for your community.
The shit, that's how we found our cat, right?
Yep. Someone who was on Nextdoor saw her, posted her, and we caught her in a beaver trap.
Yep.
Like 2-3 months later.
Yeah, I thought I lost that cat forever. Now she won't fucking shut up.
Nextdoor.
For single mothers, single fathers, for those on disability, because plumbing is expensive. You know, if you ever call a plumbing company, you know these companies charge $125 an hour plus. You think I'm joking?
Definitely
Call a
expensive.
plumber. So I have done a lot of wrong in my life, you know, but when I do plumbing and I repair somebody's fixture or I install a water heater, or you know they got a clog and I fix their clog and I see that satisfaction on their face, to me that is like a badge of honor. You know, the same way a police officer carries a badge, me carrying my plumbing license, it's a badge of honor because I'm protecting the public health. I'm at the same time from cross-contamination, you know? So that is something I really take pride in doing.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're gonna get to the receipts you got after, because they're gonna bring this up. They're gonna bring this up a little bit. They're gonna bring it up, and there's gonna be a specific part I know from when I seen it where she's gonna ask about your humanitarian work. So that would be the perfect time for you to provide your receipts. Go.
Okay.
TR is when he created the GoFundMe a week ago. I looked at the GoFundMe and he emphasized that he does humanitarian efforts to single mothers, fathers, veterans, disabled. And, you know, it didn't sit right. He bolded only that part because when you're reading the whole paragraph, you're inclined to go right to the bolded part. This man is helping out veterans and people that need his help. And so I need to donate. And I just felt like that kind of reminded me of Rhoda Osmond. I said, maybe they're related.
Oh yeah, Rhoda was. All right. So this is where it's disingenuous at. This is where it gets disingenuous, right? Rhoda, they never supported. Okay? Rhoda was a woman that acted like she beat herself in the face with a brick and fucking blamed it on men to get money on GoFundMe. She was outwardly scamming GoFundMe. And she done it like multiple times. That is a different case, right? They were never on her side. What makes a difference is they was on Erin's side until they weren't.
Maybe this is her cousin because this is so believable. So I did my research. When I went to Erin's Facebook, I noticed that everything on his Facebook was about him, his body, working out, doing pull-ups, sit-ups,
What's
doing
wrong with
push-ups.
that?
Because it's Facebook. Nobody uses Facebook. The only people that uses Facebook is mothers and fucking old people.
Everything related to fitness. I was looking even for the picture he used on GoFundMe of him in his uniform. There was no videos, no posts of any of this humanitarian work.
So, I want to say, I get she was trying to do the research, and you know what she knows is what she knows. But when we heard this part, I was like, I get what she's trying to go for.
You know why everybody has Facebook on their phone? I'm gonna tell you why everybody has Facebook and Messenger on their phone right now.
Why?
To get in contact with grandma. And to post pictures of your kids. That is why everybody has Facebook on their phone.
No.
But
people
yes.
use it as like a news source.
If you are getting your news from Facebook, you're retarded.
All this stuff that she was asking for, it's on your Instagram. Like
it's on my Instagram.
It's literally on your Instagram.
For you to be the queen of accountability, queen. You know, you should have reached out to me, and I could have helped you out with your investigation.
You talk like Trump. If you were the queen of accountability, you know, queen.
Like he couldn't help himself.
I reached out to you on Facebook and told you, you know, I would love to talk to you. You know, we can converse back and forth, and if there was something that you would like to know, we can certainly go about that. But I did not hear back from you. So to refute those allegations, as she just said, we're going to show you right here. She alleges I don't do any humanitarian work whatsoever. We're going to go ahead and show you right now.
Stand on business.
Okay, so here's something humanitarian.
Hold on, real quick.
My best friend's wife passed away from cancer.
Hold on. It's not sharing it. Are you sharing the screen? Like I showed you?
Yeah, I went to share screen.
Hold on, real quick.
Can you see it?
No. Okay. Hold on. You run. So click the button again. And then make sure you're not sharing an application. Make sure you're sharing the desktop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see?
We're about to see. It's loading.
It says an issue right there.
See it now?
Yes,
there it is.
There you go. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. We gotta make sure we give y'all the evidence because I don't want my people going without evidence.
Yeah, I know what it's like using
y'all can
Discord.
make y'all judgment based off of what y'all see, not by what y'all.
Door app. I am one of few licensed journeyman plumbers trying to provide free plumbing services. Again, this was 16 weeks ago for Army veterans and those that are disabled on a discretionary case-by-case evaluation and reduced pricing, saving homeowners thousands. And these contractors think I'm stupid and I don't know the law. They're trying to get me in trouble for a good deed. I just hate how a company I was working for would charge elderly people thousands for a simple task. So I decided to use my skills to help those in need. I am trying to provide a service so I can get my master plumber license and become a contractor too. But of course, they don't want to see that happen. It's hard enough being a black man in this trade, but this is disgusting. How greedy can you possibly be? These contractors, owners of these companies make $30,000 a day plus at a bare minimum, and that's a slow day. It's just ridiculous, but you won't stop me. I'm too smart. I'm going to keep doing good deeds no matter how many times you try to stop me. There goes 24 likes, okay? Now let's continue on. I don't do any humanitarian work, allegedly. My buddy and I are both licensed journeyman plumbers. We got some type of error right there in the mirror. I don't know why that white bar is there, but you can see low income, fixed income housing, disability, Army veterans, people with property management issues. Please message me. This is all a discretionary.
This nigga's wearing a cowboy
job
hat.
by job. You are not entitled to free plumbing if you don't meet the criteria above. Thank you all. Good morning and God bless. Let's show one more thing right here.
Where?
My best friend's wife passed away from cancer in the mouth, leaving him a single father of 4. He's unemployed, very genuine guy, and has a big heart. I've been taking him with me to do free plumbing jobs but I don't have enough business to employ him. Is there anyone willing to take on a laborer or apprentice in any construction trade, or someone that can help him get a warehouse job? Thank you all. God bless. And actually, I successfully helped him land a job with a contractor. My buddy, he's doing excellent right now. He's an electrician. He's an apprentice. And he was able to get that employment due to me soliciting my plumbing skills and networking with other contractors. I was successfully able to get my friend a job, and now he's taking care of his 4 boys as a single father.
Okay.
I'm a monster, you know.
That's how you do that.
Also,
and I believe him because it's people like that I know every day that look like thugs, that look like people that you wouldn't even think got money, and they're putting people on the big money opportunities like that. Look at me. I ain't nobody. I'm just somebody that's chilling half the time. But I got my buddy a position where he's making $110,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you're good with computers. I'm not. Can you please help me find some type of contracting work? Boom. Within a week, had him a gig. Myself, I'm slow next week. I'm calling connects, people I network with, family members. Boom. Got me a job. I got enough jobs to fill up enough slates for the whole month. But I'm not going to do that because I got another contract here. So, you know, it's just like, that's how this world works in the blue-collar contracting world.
You have some pictures I saw on your, but the week we did the before we did the interview, when we were reaching out to get everything established, you also posted some pictures with you had met with like a community manager for like a youth program and something like that. Do you still have those pictures so people can see that you're not just making this up?
You can see it on my Instagram.
Okay.
So what happened was, throughout since I've been out of bondage, you know, people have always been having me advocate to children and let them know about my experience. And I had met up with the Brotherhood, and there was a particular individual, you know, that had gotten in some trouble with the law. Right. And, you know, they nominated me to advocate to him about the criminality I used to indulge in.
Which I believe, because Dare used to do that in schools. They used to have ex-cons, people that were locked up and stuff like that changed their life, and bring them into urban schools so that way they could show you that you don't have to be a thug.
And, you know, I had a profound impact on this young man's life. I showed him my bullet holes. I let him know, you know, what comes with the gang life. 2 things, death or prison. And I'm willing to meet up with these children, but now, you know, I'm having difficulty doing that because people are painting this narrative out for me being this violent man, or bringing up my past and all of these things of that nature. Now it's like, okay, you know, and I trust this man, you know, with all the stuff they're saying around these kids, even though I've never done nothing to no kids.
Right.
People that know me, that love, you know, people that know me know I love kids and would never do nothing wrong to them. But because y'all are painting this narrative out here, and I was already in the works of getting, you know, football games organized for some kids out here in these neighborhoods, getting a flag football game, because you don't see how to do something positive. Anybody that know me, that'll tell you, I grew up boxing. I love fighting. I be teaching kids how to fight, you know, and not how to fight to hurt somebody, but how to defend themselves and how to protect themselves. And they're just
taking it as he's nefarious when he's just a dude that's trying to live his life good, and you're finding new stuff out about him. Nobody knows about him really. He just lives his life, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to leave it here. If you guys want to see the video for yourself, make sure you guys go check out Kites with 2 Z's, capital Z, lowercase z, for you curious folks out there. You can find my girl at For Pandemonium on Instagram. Make sure you go ahead and follow her. and myself. You can find me everywhere on my link tree. Make sure you guys hit that like, that comment, that subscribe, all of them love buttons for your boy. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And to everybody on the stream, I'll see you guys in a little bit. We are going to take a quick intermission. I'm going to end this stream, this live, so that way it's easier to edit later. And we are going to get tactical. So I'll see you in a second. Peace out.
This is the boss?